Hello, everybody. I'm Tara with Paw Prints and Glitter. I'm going to make a couple things tonight, one that I bought at Hobby Lobby and one from Michael's. And I'm going to just decorate them so they're not so boring. So the other night I was trying my new ring light with my phone in the middle of it, and there was a bad glare. So tonight I'm just going to try my laptop and tilting it down. So I'm determined to keep finding what works. So let me push this back, tilt you down, and I'm going to watch the comments on my phone. So bear with me while I find those. So it is raining here, and the kids are hoping for a snow day. I already have one. It's the benefit of working in a different school system. So where's my video? There it is. Okay, so hopefully this will show me my comments. I just have to turn my volume down. Okay, so let's see how that goes. So the first thing is a cutting board that I found at Hobby Lobby. It is perfect on both sides, so I could decorate both sides if I wanted to, but I'm just going to do the one tonight, and then I'm not going to seal it or anything, because if I want to change it out in a couple months, I can do that. So I've made a couple of things with this transfer already. I wonder how I can turn you guys around. I think I'm just going to have to turn it. Okay. So this is the Happiness is Homemade transfer. And I think I'm going to do it in white because I want it to really, I want the letters to really pop. So if you're hopping on and watching, say hello. I would love that. So this is a cutting board that I got from Hobby Lobby. I've used this transfer a whole bunch of times, so I don't think it's too crazy sticky anymore, but I am still going to wax the board just in case. When I use these transfers, I know I talk about the wax and stuff a lot, but it's super easy. It's just this Minwax finishing paste. You can get it, on Amazon. Home Depot or Lowe's sells it, and if they don't sell this, they sell a version of it. But it's the finishing paste, so it goes on super smooth. Move the camera up a tad, Kelly says. The camera? Like, because you want to see me? Or what do you mean? Did that help? See, we're figuring out the system here. Move the camera up. I don't know. You're just going to have to love me the way I am, Kelly, unless you can give me a little more instruction on what you can't see or what you want to see. So it's the finishing paste. You don't even have to do anything, crazy with it, like, letting it dry for 24 hours or anything like that. Honestly, it just gives that nice barrier between. So out. So further away. Okay. Better? I should just have a practice run with a couple of friends. That does look better. You're right. See, it's all about the directions. Okay, so the Minwax finishing paste, I just put that on there. It's just to make it so that you're not hurting your transfer by making it stick too firmly. I guess it's too much of a grip that it might hurt some of the wood, or it might hurt your transfer. If you're peeling it off and it's super grippy, you can stretch the awesome little the silk screen part. So I'm just gonna move it around until it's exactly where I want it. Get a little up. I'm not going to tell you what my awesome friend just texted me. Well, shoot. Now you're going to see my chin. I'm going to, okay. You guys must really love me. How about like that? I want you just to see the project. So, all right. I might have to delete this video. It's too much of a learning experience. Oh, I love you, Kelly. Okay, so I'm just getting my transfer straight. Every time I look at it, it's not straight. I'm going to measure it. I try not to, but I have to. So whenever there's these straight, yeah, it's pretty good. Whenever there's these straight words like this, it just throws me. Okay, so I want to use the white. I have not stirred anything yet, and I think my white is running out. If you're watching, say hello. Let me know you're here. Who else is staying in on this yucky night? It snowed for a little while. It rained for a little while. We're letting our son be a bum and skip scouts. So mostly because my husband doesn't want to drive him, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't probably go out in this either, so I can't pass judgment. All right, so I just stirred the white. Hello, Michelle. So Jamie got all excited and thought you were holding a paint party. I don't know if she told you that, but I think you need to do a chalk couture party and get a free surface and try this stuff. So I'm going to do the whole thing in the white because I really want to be able to read the words. And I'm not really paying attention to where I put it right now so much because you just have to drag it through after you get some of it on. Hello, Karen. Is this your first time watching? I have dogs down here with me, so if all heck breaks loose, or if you hear the clicking of the claws, it is disgusting out there. Hello, Trisha. Disgusting. So I can't blame him. But my son was sick over the weekend and skipped school. Well, he didn't skip school. He was legitimately sick on Monday. And then today, our school had a day off. So if he has school canceled tomorrow, that child will have had, what, a 4-day weekend? So he's loving life right now, praying for a snow day. Okay, I might have left this on there too long while I messed around with it. So we'll see if some of it comes up. If it does, we'll just do it again. Awesome. I love that there's some first timers. So yay, it came out perfect. So this is a cutting board that I got at Hobby Lobby. There's so many blank surfaces around nowadays because of this, I guess probably because of, what's her face, Joanna Gaines and all of the do-it-yourselfers. There's so many surfaces you can decorate now, like the chalkboards are real in, you know, there's a lot of like wood. I found framed signs at Hobby Lobby. Was it Hobby Lobby? Yeah. When my poor husband and I were on date night, that's where he ends up having to go, is Hobby Lobby. And we went to Lowe's. So we went to dinner and I got to pick, and then we went to Hobby Lobby and we went to Lowe's. So I don't really know what he got out of it. So Michelle, I will send you a message after the video. Maybe I can read all your comment. Let's see. Yeah, they have stencils for everything. It's crazy. And you can use them a ton of times. And, you know, what you buy this year and you want to save for, you know, the holidays next year, you know, it's pretty cool. Whereas the paint parties that you've been to, they're a one-time use thing and they're sticky. And if you put it down and it's crooked, there's no turning back. So this way, everything is repositionable. It's super fun to do. The kids love it. And February right now is honestly perfect joining wise because the way the company works, the new catalog is coming out. It's out online, but we can purchase from it starting February 4th. So when you join for the first time, you get a 50% off your entire purchase coupon. It's good for 60 days. So if you join now, the new catalog is coming out, or is going to be available to purchase from. So you'll have your coupon in time to get everything while it's in stock from the new catalog, you know, at 50% off. And then the quota is like $150 every quarter. So you'd have February and March for the current quarter where you wouldn't have to meet your quota. And then March, April, May, and June is when you would first have to. So even if you decide, you know, it's not for you, you really have like 5 months to decide that and still get the 40% off discount. So, but I'll send you a message. So I don't think I need to blow this dry. I think it's going to be okay. So I can change this out whenever I want to. All I have to do is, because it's a cutting board, I'll probably just put it in the sink and scrub it off. When this paste gets good and wet, it just washes off. So it's temporary if you want it to be. Otherwise, like, it's not like chalk or even the chalk paint I use at my regular parties, in that, you know, you can't touch it for a while, or like regular chalk, whereas if you smear it, it's going to leave a streaky mess. You really have to want to get it off to get it to come off. So I was thinking the teal would be pretty, because I want to put a couple of flowers on here. So if you do join as a hobbyist, you know, just for yourself, for the 40% off to feed your love of crafting. When you sign up, the kit, it comes with 5 pastes and 8 transfers, and those change out on February 1st to be ones from the new catalog. So that's exciting. That changes every once in a while, but it doesn't really matter when you buy the kit, because you're still getting stuff that's going to be active in the new catalog. And you can just pick and choose then, you know, what you want. So say you didn't, so I would really just pick whichever kit I like the stuff from better, and then just buy a couple of pieces from the next one at your discount. So this is, so I did the Happiness is Homemade. I don't know if y'all remember the mason jars, the mason jar signs that I made for the craft fair. It's the same stencil, so it comes with some flowers, a couple of jars. The barking upstairs, I hope y'all can't hear that. I have 4 furry creatures in my house right now. So the flowers I'm probably not gonna wash in between, because they're small enough that I can just put one on real quick and then move it and then put the other one on. But if it was bigger, or if it dried out, I would probably wash it and then blow it dry. But I think it should be fine. So you want it to be nice and thin. You should still see your transfer underneath. So you don't want to put on so much that you can't see the detail of your transfer, because then it's just too thick. Not to mention you're using way more paste than you need to, and you really should be able to get a lot out of these. You guys can't see that, can you? No, yeah, you can. Okay. So I'm just wiping off the extra. You just wipe it right into the jar. And then I'm going to move this flower and put it, I think, up here. So if you get off your stencil, sometimes you can just scrape the extra off with your fingernail, or you can just take a wet wipe and just wipe off your goofs. So sometimes the stencils are really close to the edge and you don't want to have to worry about it. So with this stuff, it really is okay to go off and then you can fix it, unless you're working on like a porous surface, and then it could be a problem. But I know you can kind of see it, but let me turn it around. There we go. Sorry. Thank you guys for your patience. So it's a cutting board that I got at Hobby Lobby. I used the Happiness is Homemade transfer. So there's a whole bunch of other pieces to that transfer, but I wanted to just keep this simple. So this is the first piece that I'm going to make tonight. So I can wash this off if I want to change this in a couple of months. If I want to, I am kind of itching to put the truck on this, the truck that I did the other night for Easter. So I might turn the whole thing into like an Easter scene after February is over. You know, or I have a St. Patrick's Day saying I could put that way and then turn it the other way. So there's all sorts of things you could do. And if you wanted to be lazy and not wash off the one side, you could always just flip it over and do it on the other side. So, and they make great gifts. So if I was giving this as a gift, you know, you can do one of two things. You could seal it with like a acrylic sealer or something, and then tell your tell whoever you're giving it to just to use the other side, or just use it as decoration. But there's also a butcher's block sealer that you can get that I have used for other things before. So you could seal it with that, and then they could, you know, put it in the sink or whatever, cut food right on this surface. So depending on, you know, what you want to do and what kind of use you want people to get out of it, there's different ways to seal them. Or you can just leave it like this, like I'm going to do, because it's for me, and that way I can change it out with the seasons, and it is part of my decorations. So let's set that aside. This next one, and I might need to turn it back up and say hello. So, hi. This next one I got at Michael's. They have a whole bunch of the galvanized stuff. I have something I'm going to put in it. So I want to just put like a saying here on the front. So I'm going to, maybe I'll just do it like this because it's not flat. So further out, hang on, bear with me. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out the system that works. All right, you know what? I'm leaving it like this, and I'm just going to pick it up. So I think this one is a little 5x7 transfer, but it's got 3 pieces. So I think I'm going to do the So Blessed in black on it. Those of you that are watching, if you want to click share on the video, that would be awesome. So if you ever want to support a small business and they make a post or do a video or whatever, one of the best things you can do is click share, because in Facebook algorithm world, that's like gold. So I'm going to do the So Blessed on this in black. This is another surface that, you know, if I do want to change it out, it's easy to do. I just need to, you know, I'd probably just rinse it under the water and give it a good scrub. And it's going to wipe right off. Or I could decorate both sides. Yeah, the sky's the limit. So I'm not going to seal this either. Because this is a new transfer and I don't want it to be crazy sticky, because I don't want it to, my dogs are clicking all over the place under my table. I don't want it to stick too much and stretch out there's tiny little silk screen weaving in there. I guess that's the word. So you don't want to yank it in one direction because it can, jeez. I feel like I just had the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation thing where the dog makes that god-awful sound under the table. I think that was Lily. She just, I don't know what she did, but that was nice and embarrassing. Good gracious. Okay, so I just put it on a paper towel. I don't know if you kind of saw that, but you just put it on a paper towel. You can put it on anything cloth. I put it on my shirt before, but embarrassing thing is sometimes it picks up dog hair because I have 2 golden retrievers. So you don't want a strip of dog hair to go through your letters. So I am back to using a towel. So thank you so much, Trisha. So I am just going to put this down. It's cursive, so it's pretty forgiving. Yeah, looks fine. So you can see it just goes there. And now I'm just going to give it, you don't want any bubbles because it can, I tried doing a glass jar a couple days ago and I had bubbles and it just pushed all of my paste under the bubble. So it was a blurry, nasty mess that I had to try a couple times, but glass is can be a little challenge anyway. So I'm going to stir my black paste real quick. Lily, what are you? She's chewing the little dog's toys. We won't tell my mom that. So shh. We traded off. My mom took her little ones upstairs and I took the big ones downstairs to minimize the barking, but everyone is like having fun with each other's toys now. It's like when the kids were little and we would go to someone else's house, you know, somebody else's toys are super cool. Okay, washing off the black. I should have bought stock and Clorox wipes when I started doing this because I go through them like crazy. I could use something else, but then I've got black ink everywhere. So that's clean. Okay. She's making these awful sounds under the table. Oh, Lord. Okay. So just a little bit of black. I've been doing this since July, and I did a craft fair, and I've done a whole bunch of signs, and I have only had to replace one paste. That's how far it goes. So I'm just pulling this through. I might have a bubble. We will see what happens. Making sure it's even. I probably should have gone down instead of across. But, so that's how it looks. Let's see if I bubbled. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you. I did get a couple, and it's wet, so I gotta try not to stick my hand in it while I show you. So I did get a couple little bleeds near the B and the bottom of the S. So I could wipe the whole thing off and do it again, but it seems like a waste of the paste. So what I'm gonna do is blow it dry and then try to scrape off what I can. And then if that doesn't, if it still leaves some residue, I'm gonna use a little paintbrush that has water on it and see if that gets it off. So forgive the blow dryer for a minute. Okay. It does look rustic, and thank God rustic is in. Yes, actually, I have this little tool. There's so many times that, you know, things have turned out a certain way, and I'm like, oh, you know, thank goodness, you know, vintage is in, rustic is in. So this is one of those Tupperware orange peelers. I like using it for super fine, I gotta learn which way to turn things, for super fine details. And I think it might just work to kind of scrape that a little. So let's see. So once it dries, and it's working, once it dries, it like can be scraped off. Yeah, so I could do it again. Super easy, but this metal is very forgiving, and it is just scraping off, and no one is even gonna know. I could not do that with the chalk paint at the parties. I would have to paint over it, which thankfully the chalk paint I do use, well, chalk paint in general really is has pretty good coverage. So good old Tupperware orange peeler. Okay. So you could use a pair of tweezers, really anything that has a little bit of a thin edge, so you can just scrape off the mistakes. So they are gone. I forgot one. The inside it might be. So I didn't even have to use a little paintbrush, which I could have. All right, the more I stare at it, the more okay. So, nope, other way. So I fixed the little mistakes where it bled through because I left a bubble. So there is, I'm gonna have to hold it back here. And then I bought these adorable, I don't think you're gonna be able to see the top of them. You can kind of. Cotton, I don't know what you want to call them, stalks. The stencils all, yes, so hang tight. I'll answer your question in a second there, Trisha. So just a galvanized small milk can from Michael's, put the So Blessed on it, put my little cotton, whatever you want to call these, and we've got, you know, a couple of awesome pieces. So these were tonight's projects. So the way the kit works is the starter kit is $99, and it comes with, I can post a picture of it after this. It comes with 5 pastes, and they try to give you ones that are, you know, in right now. So you're going to get, you know, the white, of course, you're going to get red, and they're these big 3-ouncers. They're not small. So you're going to get white, you're going to get red, you're going to get the teal, which is fun. White, red, teal. Kim, pipe in if you can, or anybody else who's watching. A couple others. So you're going to get 5 full jars of paste, and then you're going to get 8 transfers. And I don't know if you heard me say earlier, but you can kind of, I can post the picture of the kit right now. It's got a farm transfer, it's got a love transfer, some general springy ones, and then it's changing out on February 1st to match the spring summer catalog. So it still has, yeah, it doesn't really have anything too holiday specific. Like the Christmas one came with a Christmas thing. So you get 8 transfers, 2 surfaces. So this gorgeous, I don't know if you can see it back there. See the You Are Enough chalkboard? I'm wearing sweatpants, don't laugh. So it comes with this one, which is one of their gorgeous signature chalkboards. It's meant to be changed out every month. It's a 9x12 surface. It's magnetic, and it will, part of your sign up is to get the $19.99 a month. It's called Club Couture, but it's a transfer that you can change out with this every month. So you get this surface and you get a 10-inch chalkboard that comes with twine to hang. I believe it's round for both starter kits. At least I'm wearing pants. Oh, I love you, Celeste. Yeah. So you get this chalkboard, you get a 10-inch round one that is not magnetic. That's a hanging one. 8 transfers, 5 pastes, 2 surfaces. That's what comes in the kit. And then after that, you get a coupon good for 50% off your entire purchase one time. And that's good for up to 60 days. So it's perfect with a new catalog going into effect on February 4th. And then after that, you get 40% off as long as you're active. So like I was explaining earlier, it's great that it's the beginning of a quarter right now, relatively, because the quarters run January, February, March is one quarter, and then April, May, June is another quarter. So you have to purchase $150 or sell $150 within the first full quarter after you join. So you would have until, I always have to say the months, January, February, March, April, May, June. So you'd have until June, the last day of June, to get in your $150. So best case you do, yay, wonderful. You know, you find that you really love it. Worst case, you're still getting your 40% off discount to use, you know, as a, just a personal discount until January, February, March, until the end of June. So you at least have, you know, 5 months getting the discount while you've kind of figured things out and stuff. So you have a little extra wiggle room, you know, than if you went and joined in, you know, the end of March. So does that answer your question, Trisha? I hope so. So I will post the picture of the before February 1st starter kit and then the after February 1st starter kit. So it really doesn't matter. None of the stuff from the before kit is going to be retired just yet. So it's all stuff you can still, you know, be able to show people and say this is available. So really just base, you know, when you join on which kit you want, because you can always, if you like the before February 1st kit better, then if there's some pieces you want from the after one, they're all going to be available just to purchase. So you're not really losing out on anything. So hopefully that, and yes, good, awesome. I have to scroll down on the computer or else I can't see it. So I will post both pictures and the link. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them here or just send me a message. And I'm happy to explain whatever. And if you would hit share, that would be awesome. And I'm hoping to do this a little more regularly. So I thought it would be great to take most of December and at least the first half of January off, but now I kind of miss it. So hopefully I'll do a live again in a couple of days, and I will, I'll see y'all soon. So stay dry and safe and warm, and hope everybody who gets a snow day wants one, and hope everybody who wants to send their kids to school tomorrow gets to. So thanks everybody. Bye.